Hi everyone, welcome to another pick a card. This one's going to be about your wings, your etheric wings, or your wings that are located on your spirit body or astral body, okay? And what do they mean? How can they help you on your path? And where do you travel to because of these specific wings, okay? So before we begin, I do want to announce that I still have my special for the Virgo season shamanic energy healing for $40 for 30 minutes on Zoom, okay? So with this Zoom conference recording, I go ahead and evaluate your energy. That includes your chakras, your auric field, your meridians, and your physical body. And we conduct some healing on these, whatever needs to be done. And if there's an upgrade that needs to be conducted, then we do so as well. And I do this based on my shamanic practice of Toltec shamanism, to be more specific. And so this is all recorded for you, and you could always come back to it whenever you feel like you need to work on this, whatever it is that comes up once more, okay? So kind of like doing maintenance, all right? So that's still on my website, www.StariAri333.com, for you guys to purchase. And remember to, kind of put the notification bell on for my channel so that you guys know when I go live for Mystic Mondays, because I don't have a set schedule. I just know it's going to be on every Monday. So usually I like to start either right after 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then go from there and see what time would be most appropriate for my schedule. And so what Mystic Monday is all about is giving back to my YouTube subscribers. Just free card readings for you guys. It's just one card pull, and it's whatever information your guides need you to know at that time. And then I do also have super discounted energy healings and as well as energy evaluations, and even a 3-card Galactic Guidance reading for the week ahead if you guys are drawn to that. And that is all on my website under YouTube live events, okay? And so again, just hit that notification bell so you guys know when I'm live. Like I said, I do try to give you guys a heads up like a few days prior to, or even a week prior to the beginning of Mystic Mondays. Anyway, so that's all I have for you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and begin with our pick a card. So here we have 6 piles, and this is gonna be pile number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and finally number 6. So go ahead and take your time right now, pause the video, connect to your higher self and guides, and ask which pile best describes your wings, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start with pile number 1. Let's see what you guys got. So you guys have crow or raven wings. All right, so the crow or raven wings are usually connected to people who travel the lower realms, as well as those who are very much connected with the magical spirits such as the Fae, or any, magical beings that will assist you with manifesting and working through spell casting, or learning more about astrology or any other of the hidden wisdoms or the occult. Okay, so the raven wings usually help you travel into the shadow realms, like I like to call them. When I go into the shadow realms, I usually see them as like, to me, it always looks like black and white with no color in my dreams. And so that being said, my wings look black too. So like raven wings. So your raven wings, you use them to travel through the astral into the shadow realms, or to in the lower realms, meaning that these are lower vibrational kind of like spirit realms. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're negative. It's just more like they are more connected to the earth. So a lot of people like to call them the fourth dimension. So it's one dimension above the third, which we are living currently in the third dimension. So again, the fourth dimension again is not a negative place, but there are some shadow places. So usually what you do is you go there and you conduct your magic, or you go and learn like hidden mysteries of like I said before, the occult mysteries. You learn how to do all kinds of magic, like earth magic, air magic, water magic, fire magic, everything with the elements, okay? And you also learn about the mysteries of the universe, okay? So you're very much well-rounded, and you tend to travel into the void, okay? Like you go into the void and come back with knowledge, all right? And so there is a lot of legends behind crows and ravens going into shadowlands or the dark places like the void. And the void is just creator as not as a physical form. It's just energy where everything is stored and it hasn't manifested into reality yet. Okay, so that'll be kind of like the spirit realm. And so crows and ravens tend to go in there without any knowledge, and then come back out with a plethora of information and knowledge to share. All right. So that's what your wings, mean. Okay. So we have the actual name that you usually use to just kind of describe the work that you do or describe yourself. And so this is sorcerer or sorceress or witch or warlock, whatever you want to call your magical self. And again, this is because you hold a lot of information, and you are definitely walking the path of, the in-between, or even bringing that in-between into duality. Okay, so there's a lot of work that you do at night, and particularly you're really, really active in dream space, as well as you do conduct a lot of ceremonies and rituals underneath the moon, of course. Of course, there's other things that you do, like herb medicine, or I would say plant medicine, and other tinctures that you use for healing, for manifestation, for ritual, for magic. And you tend to be more inclined to doing candle magic as well. That's why you like working at night. So that's pretty much who you are. Okay, so the next card is all about what the element that you like to work with the most. And so this is the element of water. The reason why you like to work with water more is due to its translucency or transparency, where you can actually use it for like divination, like scrying, fortune telling, or foretelling, you know, all that stuff. And you also use it for purifying, as well as you use it for tinctures, mixtures, and, you know, teas and things like that. And you also use it to help with your plants and your herbs, with the growth of them. And the thing with this as well is that water is highly it's a very powerful tool to use for intuition. And so when you work with water, you really connect to your intuition and the flow of that, okay, coming in without anything stopping it, okay. And you could also say that this represents you as a person, where water runs deep, and so you as a person, you are beyond what your superficial persona is. You're a deep person. You go deeper into the realms of spirit, and you are not afraid to dive into the deep dark waters, to do your shadow work, to help others with shadow work and all that good stuff. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Right, if you chose pile number 2, your wings look like eagle wings. All right, so the eagle soars high above so that they can have a better look at where they're going, to look for prey, to actually look for any other competitive bird of prey, or even to find a high place to rest and nest. Okay, so your wings are expansive like an eagle's wings as well, and you use them to travel the astral realm. Usually you tend to go to like locations that are much more connected to the earth, like the earth realms, like the earth spirit realms, like the fairy realms, as well as like any type of like I would say I'm looking at like solar energy as well, so any type of like higher realm. So you tend to float or you tend to travel through the 4th dimension as well as the 5th. Okay, so you're a little bit of a higher level there, and that's because you are trying to bring in the energy of a higher dimension into the 4th, and then from there into the 3rd. Okay, so you kind of like bridge the gap between the dimensions. So you're also looked at as a guide, because you tend to be a solitary person and you tend to just take care of your home and your if you have kids, and you tend to be very much bound to the home and the hearth. Okay, and so that being said, we have the name that you usually go by, or you usually like to be you know, known for. Okay, and this is the mystical shaman. Okay, so shamans tend to travel the spirit realm. They go from the 4th dimension on up to the 5th, and to wherever they please, pretty much wherever they can soar. They do this to gather any like missing aspects of themselves for healing purposes, as well as for clients. They also do this to gather any spirit medicine that they may need, any wisdom, any information and knowledge to bring back to the earth realm. Okay. Shamans are medicine men, medicine women. They're just named shamans, or it could also be, you know, anyone who practices, you know, earth medicine, or herbal remedies and things like that. Okay. They're also energy healers as well as physical healers. Okay, so the reason why you are called the mystic shaman is because, again, you go into the spirit realm and you gather information and knowledge to come and bring it back to assist others. Okay, and that's how you take care of the home. That's how you take care of your hearth. That's how you take care of your earth family here. Okay, so the next one is the energy that you usually work with, okay? And this is the earth energy, okay? So you tend to be more comfortable working with earth medicine, like plants, animals, the wind, the fire, any of the elements pretty much coming together that are found on the earth plane. And you tend to be more comfortable because it feels like you need to be more grounded because you do soar really high. And so when you come back from the astral, you come back and try to ground all of this information. And it's kind of like you're planting seeds, and you watch your seeds grow into beautiful, strong plants that can benefit humanity with the knowledge that they retain. Okay, and so this is what I have for you guys. All right, so you guys chose pile number 4. So it's pile number 4. Your wings look like owl wings, okay? So this is all about wisdom, knowledge, retention of a clear seeing, like the one or creator, clear information being downloaded, like you're probably channeling a majority of the time. But when you do travel astrally, you have your owl wings because they are very tough. And they could soar high, but they also can fly very low. And it keeps you protected away from prying eyes or any beings that might be following you, okay, in the shadow realms. You do tend to move from 4th dimension to 5th and higher. So you do go into the shadow realms quite often because you do tend to have healing medicine that you bring to those realms, where you assist with the transmutation of lower vibrational entities into higher vibration, meaning that they finally go back home, okay? In legends, owls were guides to the underworld, or even when somebody saw an owl, that means somebody was gonna pass away. And so they do tend to help the spirits cross over, and that's another good thing that you do. And you have like a lot of, like, I would say, really strong connection to like your clairvoyance and clear cognizance as well, meaning that you have clear knowledge or information being downloaded, channeled, as well as you see other beings and things like that here with your third eye, and you have really vivid dreams and when you go astral, okay? So that's what that is all about for your wings. So the next card explains your name, like what people know you as, or even in the spirit realm, what you're known as, okay? So you're known as one of the ancient ones, okay? So the ones that were created before humans, okay? These are the spirits that ruled or actually roamed the worlds. I say worlds plurally because of the different dimensions that you went through, okay? So coming from different higher dimensions and coming to the 3rd dimension and bringing the knowledge of the higher dimensions back down as to help people here with healing work or shadow work or anything like that that needs to be done so that they can finally be more open to their spiritual path and remember their own power and wisdom too, okay? So the next card is the element that you are usually inclined to work with. So this one says wind, but it's pretty much air, okay? So everything with the air. So the clouds, storms, the weather, pretty much, okay? So you work with this to transform things. You also work with this to remove or push away energy, and to make sure that everything is flowing like it should, okay? Everything belongs in its own path, just like the wind blows constantly from the, south to the north or whatever. Things change with the weather, with the blowing of the winds, okay? And so that's the same thing as you like change, you like to work with different things, different elements, different people, different information. And so you get curious and you tend to want more knowledge, more and more and more, okay? And so that being said, that's why the air element is something that you love to work with. And you also have this high connection to the spirit realm where you see things and you can help spirits cross over as well, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. All right, so if you guys picked pile number 4, your wings look like moth wings. Or even butterfly wings, so kind of insectoid-like wings. So it could be a combination of moth, butterfly wings, or even what's the other insect that flies? Any insect that flies, pretty much, that has beautiful wings. All right. So the reason why you have these wings is because you tend to work at night, or you tend to or you feel more comfortable flying around in the ether or in the astral realms that are in the 4th or 5th dimension, okay? But you tend to get closer to the earth realms too, okay? So it could be that you are helping, with the underworld, possibly helping guide people who have crossed over, or even helping with healing of lower vibrational beings, meaning like humans that cross over, who are confused or lost on earth, and then you help them transition finally through assisting them in realizing that they've passed and they have no other reason to remain on the earth realm, and it's time for them to move on. I also see that you have this connection to this need for you to fly into the rays of the moon. There seems to be a great connection to feminine energy, intuition, as well as sexuality. I keep feeling sexuality too, where you are able to work with these energies to create things that you desire here in this earth realm. And so there's a lot of things that you work with, but you are very much kind of like the butterfly, like in a sense, or even the moth, because the moth goes through a transformation too, from, caterpillar to moth, and the same thing with the butterfly. But it feels like there is a lot of beautiful feminine and sexual energy that you connect to. So you really do tend to take care of your looks. You tend to work out and take care of your health, as well as you're highly flirty. I keep hearing like she's a flirt or he's a flirt. And a lot of that has to do with your inclination to wanting to assist people with any type of healing work that they need, or even with your love and helping people mend their hearts, okay? So there seems to be like this multifaceted energy that you have because of your wings, okay, that represents. So the next one is what you are known for, usually in the spirit realm, or what you are called. So you are a ghost dancer. So this one is a dancer. Again, it feels like feminine energy. It also feels like very transmutative, powerful energy, where you use it to transform darkness into light, where you shine the light in the darkness, again, like the moth to the flame type of thing, but you are the flame at the same time, okay? And so you're like a guiding force for any type of spirits, any type of ghosts, things like that. You've probably done a lot of clearing of spaces, like smudging or doing some type of cleansing ceremony for a house or things like that, to remove any spirits that don't belong there, and to finally help them rest. Okay, so that's what that's all about. And then the element that is you are connected to the most is the moon. So the moon is a feminine energy, and everything that happens with the moon happens to you. Like if the full moon is full, you feel the energies, the pull of the moon, kind of like the tides in the ocean. It pulls you in. If the moon is a new moon, you know exactly what to do during the new moon, where you have to ask for what it is that you desire. And then the quarter moon, you have to keep a positive mindset for what it is that you want. And then, you know, all that stuff. So you know how to do lunar magic and lunar rituals. And so you're very much connected to the divine feminine in that sense. And you could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And because you're able to work with this energy, this powerful, magical energy, then you're able to be in alignment with the flow of nature as well. Okay, so all right, so that's all I have for you guys. All right, so if you picked pile number 5, your wings look like dragon wings. So we got the lizard spirit, but look at the wings that it has. They're dragon wings. So dragon wings are very powerful. Okay. The dragons can come in different forms and different elements. They could be earth dragons. They could be wind, fire, and water. And they could also be etheric, meaning that they come from like the stars, things like that. But the whole purpose of your wings is to fly in through or easily flow through dimensions. So from the 4th dimension and up, it feels like you're able to just go up and down without any problems. But you tend to fly into the 4th dimension more because that's where your dragons are. That's where the dragon realm is, and that's where a lot of the hidden wisdom of creation is kept. Okay, so think about the legends of dragons, where they say dragons hold treasures. The treasure is hidden wisdom, and it's knowledge of the universe and of creator. Anything that you can think of that you've learned thus far, it's more of an expansive information or knowledge base. A lot of people like to say it's kind of similar to tapping into like a past life or the Akashic records, things like that. So it's all of your personal wisdom as well through the ages, through many, many lifetimes and existences. Okay. And it's also knowledge of different realms of reality, the multiverse, and of course the universe. So that is what these dragon wings assist you with. It's just an ease of travel wherever the heck you want to go. And wherever the heck is going to lead you to more knowledge and wisdom. Okay. So usually in the spirit realm, you're considered, or you might be called, a luminous warrior, because dragons are feisty. They are very protective of the knowledge that they gather. They will fight till the death, pretty much, to keep that knowledge hidden from people or things that are not ready to learn this stuff. Okay, and so they're very protective creatures. They're also tend to be very observant of others and the intentions that others might have. They have like this sixth sense about the next move someone's gonna make. Okay, so they're always ready for confrontation as well as for a fight, and usually they win at everything. Okay, so that's what this luminous warrior is all about. And another thing about the warrior is not just about war or about fighting, it's also about protection of divine wisdom. Okay, and so that's why you are considered a very formidable warrior where nothing gets past you. You're very you're the guard at the gate of, you know, Valhalla or something like that, like heaven. You are, nothing gets past you, okay? You are the gatekeeper. You keep the gates closed for those who are not ready, and you open the gates for those who are, okay? So the next thing is the element that you like to work with the most, and that is fire. So the element of fire is transformative, transmutative, and it also has a connection to regeneration and rebirth. Okay, so that being said, dragons or dragon fire in particular, even dragon breath period, is that type of element where it can transform and transmute things from one thing to the next. Okay, and it's also regenerative, like meaning like in legends, if, for example, if a dragon for some reason or another is being slain or somehow, again, legends are legends and they're not real, but we'll just say this scenario, when a dragon is slain, they all of a sudden they disappear, they transform into something else, right? And it's usually into like the treasure that they held, or maybe they had treasure within them or on their underneath themselves or something like that, and all of a sudden poof, they're gone, but the treasure remains. So that being said, that's why the element of fire is your element, because you're able to transform things. You're able to just work with this fire element to create a protection around you, as well as to warn or forewarn people to not mess with you. But again, it has nothing to do with you like poof, like disappearing for after a fight or anything like that. But it has a lot to do with the fiery energy, the heat that you will throw at your enemies if they try to mess with you. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. All right, so if you guys chose pile number 6, your wings are, I know it says dove spirit, but it's actually angel wings. So angelic wings. You have angel wings. So angel wings can vary, and the information is based on what their job is. So there are some angels who are, if you believe in the hierarchy of angels, there are some angels who are closest to Creator or to God, that swirl around the throne and make sure that everybody that tries to speak to Creator is purified before they get to see Creator. And these are the seraphim, and they're flying little dragon beings. At least that's what Enoch described them as, like little serpent flying with fire. And then you have the other angels underneath them who are in charge of different things, such as planets, star systems, realms, even within the planet itself, countries, different races of people. They could be guardian angels or archangels and things like that. Angels that bring wisdom, or angels that bring information from the higher realms or from Creator himself, like messages like Archangel Gabriel. And then you have protector angels like Archangel Michael and his legions of angels. And then you have, of course, love angels, creative angels like muses, that help you with your ideas. And even if you want to write a story about your life, they help you with that. Then you have every type of different, like I said, there's just a plethora of different types of angels. And so that being said, again, you as a bearer of angel wings tend to go into different locations. There's not really a path set for you. It's more like an exploration of things, an observation of people, of different beings, of different realities, and a knowledge gathering, okay? So that you can assist whomever with that same knowledge, all right? So the name that you usually bear in the spirit realm is the witness. So the witness is someone who observes creation, the fall, the rising and the falls of empires, the birth and the death and rebirth of people or different beings, the creation of life itself, okay? And so you witness all of this information because, again, you gather it so that you can help others know this knowledge, okay? So you disseminate this information. So again, you travel with your angel wings all over the realms. When you are on Earth, you tend to be very loving, a very compassionate person, a very helpful person, and you tend to be more inclined to helping people heal, as well as to protecting them, especially your loved ones. You're very protective of them. So you kind of like combine all of the angelic energy into you, and that's how you really act here on the earth plane. And the same thing goes for in the different realms of creation, okay? You could also be a warrior angel, just like Archangel Michael, where you go into the spirit realms, like the shadow realms, and you transmute energy there. You help with moving energy forward, as well as moving, like kind of like Azrael, helping with transitioning humans or transitioning spirits from one realm to the next, okay? So the element that you usually work with or are comfortable with is the heart of the sky. The heart of the sky is the cosmos, okay? So it's the realms, different realms of existence, constellations, universes, multiverses, things like that, the angelic realm. So that is the energy that you're more comfortable with working. It's the spirit side of things, okay? So you tend to really love being in these realms because sometimes the earth realm is too dense for you. There's too much drama, or you just want to, spread your wings and fly away and go astral and go enjoy yourself in the astral realm, or any knowledge that you want to gather and bring it back. So that tends to be a way that you are very comfortable in using your wings. So that is all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.